Season 22 of Destiny 2 launches August 22nd. The game is looking grim. People are praying for the downfall of Marathon so Destiny gets more attention. Prices are going up while it feels like we're getting less. It's kind of a mess. Meanwhile, I just want to talk about weapons, so that's what I'm gonna do. The top 5 weapons to have for Season 22, no holds barred, exotic, legendary, blue rarity, even though there aren't any, but I mean, there could be, it doesn't matter. Also in no particular order, like if someone asks me what the best weapons in the game are right now or going into next season, well, these would be it. But before we get into these weapons, I would like to thank this video's sponsor, Factor. Factor is the fresh, never frozen, delivered right to your front door and ready in 2 minutes meal prep service that you've been waiting for. Seriously, it's like Lunchables, but for adults and healthy for you. My favorite thing about Factor is that they make it so easy to track your macros. It's all clearly labeled on the packaging of their dietitian approved meals. They also have meals for pretty much anyone and everything. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, keto, low calorie, high protein, etc., etc. And because you just throw them in the microwave for 2 minutes, there's no mess to clean up afterwards. Well, maybe you'll have a dirty fork you need to clean, but that's about it. And not to mention you have flexibility. You can change your meals on a week-to-week basis, start, stop, pause, increase your amount of meals or decrease, all with no hassle. So if you're ready to save time while also eating healthier meals, then I'd highly recommend you give Factor a shot. Use my link or go to go.factor75.com and use code POGMyFiAug50 for 50% off your first box. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code with your phone. So we're starting out strong with what I believe to be the most broken weapon in the game currently. Like, I swear this weapon performs better than half the exotic weapons in the game, and it's not even an exotic. I guarantee you already know what it's gonna be if you've been playing the game for more than like 90 days. Forbearance, a wave frame grenade launcher that is acquired from the raid Vow of the Disciple. Now, on the off chance that you don't have this monster of a weapon with a kill count in the thousands, let's quickly go over the god roll. Starting in the barrel column, you want smart drift control. Don't ask, just do it. Then for the mag column, high velocity rounds. Same thing, just trust me. Now for columns 3 and 4, and well, column 3 seems to be the one no one can fully decide which is best, but I prefer ambitious assassin. Kills will overload the mag on the next reload, but loads of others like to run unrelenting, which just grants health on kill. Take whichever one you prefer. Then for column 4, and there's only one correct answer here. It's what literally makes this weapon chain reaction, which can be described with one word, it just kaboom. I seriously don't think I've taken Forbearance out of my inventory since I acquired it, and I am reminded why that is every time I use it. Now, getting into our next weapon, and I swear I'm not joking, yes, it might seem a little odd, but we have an exotic that, like me, you probably got a very long time ago and dismantled / threw it in your vault because it was absolutely useless for years. Malfeasance, a 180 RPM exotic hand cannon. Last season in the mid-season weapon patch, all hand cannons got a 20% buff. Then fast forward to this season where Malfeasance got a catalyst which adds 20 range, but that isn't what makes this thing so good. It's the fact that it also adds Vorpal, which makes this thing a monster for champs and boss damage if you only have primary ammo left. And on top of all that, next season it should be getting another damage buff, as Bungie have been hinting at a hand cannon buff for season 22. Now, a little bonus if you're a hunter main, you can throw on Lucky Pants, the exotic boots, to make this weapon even better. This is what I've been doing and has been so fun in Grandmasters this season. This weapon is, in my opinion, the best primary weapon for high-end, in-game activities. I'm honestly not too sure how you get this weapon now, since it used to be linked to Gambit and like killing the meatball, but yeah, playing Gambit on a new account trying to figure it out is not how I really want to spend an afternoon. However, the most common thing I've seen is to literally just play Gambit and the quest should drop. Another bonus of using Malfeasance is back during Witch Queen, they made it so that heavy exotic primary weapons have a higher chance at dropping heavy ammo, and with the upcoming double special ammo changes, it should help not feel like that big of a nerf for heavy drops. Coming in hot at number 3, more hand cannons. I swear, hand cannons are half the reason I still play this game. And it's a 2-for-1. These hand cannons are going to be my go-to next season if my exotic slot is being taken up by a special or heavy weapon. First, Fatebringer, a kinetic 140 RPM hand cannon from Vault of Glass, and second, ZAOULI'S BANE, another 140 RPM hand cannon from King's Fall, but in the energy slot. Starting out with Fatebringer, since at least right now, it isn't craftable. For the barrel, I'd recommend any barrel that adds range and or handling. Literally doesn't matter. For the mag, I'd recommend Flared Magwell for the plus 15 reload speed, or Accurized for the plus 10 to range. For the third column, there are a lot of options, but there's only one option that is the correct option: explosive payload. It splits the damage in half, and the explosive half of the damage has no damage fall off and does 30% more damage. Plus, come on, you can't use Fatebringer without explosive payload. Then for the final column, well, you got two options. First option is Frenzy, which gives you a 15% damage buff, 100 handling, and increases your reload speed. Or your second option, you can go for the original Destiny 1 Fatebringer role, Firefly. Note that if you do the Master Templar challenge, it will drop a time-lost Fatebringer that comes like guaranteed with explosive payload and Firefly. That way you can avoid some RNG. Now for ZAOULI'S BANE, and luckily it is craftable. For column 1, you're going to want corkscrew rifling for the plus 5 to range and plus 5 to handling. Column 2, I prefer Flared Magwell since this thing reloads slower than Bungie releases new content. For the third column, explosive payload for the reasons I mentioned on Fatebringer, and for the fourth and final column, you're going to want incandescent because kaboom kaboom, mini legendary sunshot pretty much. Okay, so because I can't count or read, I put 2 more weapons at number 4, so let's just have another 2-for-1. More than likely you already have these weapons and I've been using them for a while, but they're old faithfuls that, well, I have to mention. First is Submission from Vow of the Disciple, and second is the Aikilos SMG, which the only way to get currently is to purchase it from Xur when he sells it. Then to craft it, you need to use deep sight harmonizers from the season pass. It's a whole mess. Starting with Submission, for the barrel, you're going to want small bore for the plus 7 to range and stability. For the mag, I'd recommend Flared Magwell for the plus 15 to reload speed along with plus 5 to stability. But if you're a range fiend like me, you can go with Accurized rounds for a plus 10 straight to range. And finally, columns 3 and 4, you're going to want Subsistence, so you just never have to reload, and Frenzy for that 15% damage increase along with the bonus to handling and reload speed. Now for the Aikilos, barrel, small bore again, or if you want more stability, you can go with Arrowhead Break. Mag, Seraph rounds, mainly because ricochet equals cool, but it also gives you a plus 3 to range and plus 7 to stability. Then for the third column, you're going to want Feeding Frenzy because there is no such thing as reloading too fast, and column 4, Volt Shot, where reloading after a kill makes your next shot jolt the target. These two perks go together better than Trials and Toxicity. I swear I just cannot put this Aikilos down. And now for our final weapon, literally my personal favorite weapon in the entire game, Oreo String or Osteo Striga, whichever you prefer. A 600 RPM fires tracking rounds that poisons enemies and then spreads said poison to other enemies, that has a catalyst that auto reloads and overflows the mag on kill submachine gun. Seriously, as long as there are enemies around you, you can just hold left click or you're triggered. Also, since it's an exotic like Malfeasance, it will benefit from exotic primary heavy drop rate increase. For those of you who don't have this weapon, you get its pattern by beating the Witch Queen campaign, then just head to the Enclave on Mars to craft it. Also, since it is craftable, that means you can pick which barrel and mag you want. I personally recommend small bore and Flared Magwell, but this gun would be insane even if you picked nothing or just blindly. It just doesn't matter. It's just so good. Osteo Striga, mwah, mwah, mwah. Also, some final notes that I wanted to mention here at the end. The recent state of the game hinted at a touch of Malice buff coming next season, so you might want to get that thing dusted off. Also, I'm not sure if it's gonna be affected by the upcoming hand cannon buff, but Sunshot might be insane next season if it does get the buff, which, like I just said, it might not because, well, it's been left out of the other buffs in the past, and it's the only 150 RPM hand cannon still in the game, so it has like its own special custom tuning, it seems. Also, almost all of these weapons are primary weapons because recently 2 Bungie sandbox devs, I cannot pronounce their names, were on a podcast and mentioned that in the upcoming season they have nerfed/fixed double special dropping you more heavy ammo, which basically 90% of hardcore players and day one raiders would run. They throw on a trace rifle because, well, trace rifles are basically primary weapons weapons that just did more damage, and then their actual special weapon to get more heavy ammo drops, which has been a bug since Bungie made primary ammos have infinite ammo nearly 2 years ago, if you didn't know. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. What weapons will be in your inventory on August 22nd? Are you still even playing the game? I feel like that's the bigger, are you still playing this game? Who is still playing this game? But yeah, let me know down below, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.